Then we move on to the next topic, types of Spielerische Übungen. What are the different types of exercises we have which can be implemented in the classroom? So first category or the book mainly deals with classifying the Spielerische Übung based on the social form. The reason for this is social form is a very important element for the success of a class. So that's why the book mainly categorizes or classifies the games based on the social form alone. So there are many exercises which can be done as a one person or as a partner or as a group. So we will now take a look at the exercises which can be done alone. So Individuelle Spielerische Übungen. They are done alone and most of them are writing exercises. So simple example, crossword puzzle, Scrabble, Syllabenrätsel, searching of words, word getter is basically word net, Buchstabensalat, you have a lot of letters and then you try to form words. Then puzzles or match the following, Rebusrätsel, Bilder und Wörter. Rebusrätsel is an old German technique word where you show a picture and they have to write. I don't want to go into the details. The exam, they basically ask one or two game examples and use the easy ones. Don't try to explain Rebusrätsel, and so far they haven't even asked explain Rebusrätsel in the exam. So I'm not going to go into the details of these games. The next we have Partnerspielerische Übungen. This is done or played as 2-person game. One is Assoziationsketten. So you sit together with your partner and you start building words which are related to each other. So it's a mundliches Spiel. Then you have Wordketten or words building, like we call it in English. The last letter of the word is the first letter of the next word, and it goes on. So it's Stuhl, then Loch, then House, etc. Then you have guessing game. So it could be I see what you don't see, and that is red, and they start to see things in the room or in the class or wherever they are and start guessing by naming the different things which they see. Schatzsuchers, treasure hunt. Then we move on to Spielerische Übungen für Gruppe. So you have first classification, Würfel, Brett and Kartenspiel. So this is dice and board game and card games. So typical are business or Monopoly, and there is one more game called as Scotland. This is also a dice game. You roll a dice and then you make the next move. Then you have Memory Spiele. So it could be cards, overturn them, when they match you win. Then you have IGNOU, Mau. These are again card games. Then you have Domino Spiele, or it's called as Reihenfolge Spiele. This is very good for sentence building. So you give them a particular order and then they have to build according to that rule and structure. Very good for grammatical exercise. Continuing with the Spielerische Übung für Gruppe, you have writing exercises. So this one requires paper and pencil, and you are basically going to practice the schriftliche Fertigkeit. So you have Stadt, Land, Fluss, that's what they call name, place, animal and thing in German. Then you have Hangman, it's called as Galgenmenschen. Then you have Pictionary, it's called Zeichenspiel. You draw and then they have to guess. The next one is Sprechspiele. So you do mundliche Fertigkeit, Hör, Verstehen und then Sprechen. So you have Gedächtnisspiele. In this case, it's going to be a Ketten exercise. And it goes like this. Ich pack meinen Koffer und ich fahre nach Berlin und pack meinen Koffer und ich nehme eine Hose mit. Like that, the first person starts. The second person then continues. Ich fahre nach Berlin und packe ich in meinem Koffer eine Hose und eine Hemd. Then the third person comes and says, ich fahre nach Berlin und packe meinen Koffer, eine Hose, einen Hemd, eine Seife. And then it goes on and on and on. So what you have to do is you have to basically remember what the previous person said and recollect everything and then keep on going. So that way you are repeating the exercise and you also know the words. Next one is Quizfragen, simple quiz case. Laufen, fangen für kleine Kinder. So you say a word and then the kid is going to catch the person. Then you have Stille Post. So you don't speak or you say something in the ears of the person and you start with one word and then in a row of 10 persons the final person speaks it out and then you find out if that was what was communicated at the first place. Sprachcollage or Sprachcollage is basically make a collage. Umfrage is survey. So these are basically mundliche Fertigkeit or Sprechspiele. Then you have one more category called as Rollenspiele. We have discussed this before and now we are discussing this again. In this case we will directly list out the advantages of the Rollenspiele. So it helps to simulate authentic situations in the foreign language. The difficulties of the students in speaking the language can be overcome via außersprachliche Talent, in this case Schauspielerisches Talent. Rollenspiel also gives a lot of Differenzierungsmöglichkeit from the teacher's perspective. Lot of variations are possible. So typical example is you do a fairy tale and then the people or students play it out. You do jokes. You do an anecdote from a theater and then you represent a family situation. House of 4, 2 kids, mom and dad, and then you go on and on and on.
With that, the chapter comes to an end. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment to the channel. If you have any questions, then contact me via email or put down your comments and I'll be able to reply. Thank you.